Hey, today I'm going to show you how I made Lita from the IDW comics. I decided to use the head from Donnie from the 2012 series, but the body from Mikey. This Mikey, he had someone or something had been like eating his toes on one foot. But that's okay because I had to cut off one toe on each foot because Lita, I think all the turtles in the IDW comics only have 2 toes. But now I have Donnie's head because Lita isn't wearing a mask. She has a tattoo of a mask, kinda. But I have to sand off all his mask, and then I'm using my cordless Dremel, and then it's a sanding bit, and then there's a stone bit that I'm using there, the blue one, that kind of smooths it over after the rough sand, quickly spinning sandpaper. Now I have Apoxie Sculpt, and I put a little bit on each toe, well, to build up that toe, and then I've made a bunch of little balls because I need one for the time scepter because she has a time scepter, and also made her shell bigger in the back. Now I'm cutting for her fans and for the scepter, the staff, and so when I'd first done my sketch for reference, I had drew the time scepter from the Turtles 3 movie, but then when I went back I saw, no, this one's different, so I needed to make a hourglass, so I'm just doing some more sanding because she doesn't have like wraps or anything. I'm gonna keep the elbow pads because I already sanded so much, but what was I saying? You can't respond. Yeah, sand her face. I added to her chin. Yeah, I was adding stuff. Time scepter. I cut off the corners of the plastron area. Now I have spackling, and I'm filling in some of the cracks because she doesn't have them, I guess, to make it different. And now I have spackling filling in the little cracks and gaps from where I was sanding. Now I'm going to glue together the pieces of the one piece of the time scepter, the staff part, and that's like a button from something, like a computer button where you, I don't know, it just fit perfectly, and that'll hold it together when I add the rest. Then I'm doing more sanding after the spackling dries, and yeah, I had to fill in the foot. Was I talking about the feet? I don't remember. I have a white acrylic primer and then a white acrylic that I mix together, and I cover all of her, everything. The head, the arms, the legs, the feet, the shells. Some of it's not going to show later, but that doesn't matter. This one also has tattoos, and off camera I did another hit with the spackling and sanding, so I did another coat of the primer. Now I move on to black. Oh yeah, it was maybe to the fan. I had filled in for the time scepter. Those are like, if you get an electric toothbrush, they come with rings, and I filled those in with Apoxie Sculpt because I needed to get the right size circle. And that's just some like hard paper that I cut up and folded to be a fan, and I glued 2 pieces of wood that I had cut and painted black to be the handles. Yeah. Oh, I decided to keep the elbow pads because I didn't want to sand anymore, so I painted those black because she's wearing black pants and she would be matching, I assume, if she had that. Now I'm covering everything with a matte acrylic varnish to seal it up so that it doesn't get scratched or smudged while I'm working, because she still needs her tattoos. And oh yeah, those are like rubber feet for like go under electronics, or if I make something and I have a base, I'll put the feet under the base so it's not flat on the wherever table or wherever you put it. So this time scepter has an hourglass, and that's what I had to make. So those are 2 round feet, and I just shave them down till I get a shape like a hourglass, and then put the 2 together. I'm doing ash gray for the tattoo on her chest. It's like a pinkish gray. Some of the drawings it's pink, some it's gray. No, my drawing it was pink, but really it's more of a gray with a little bit of pink. So I have a Tutti Frutti that I'm doing all the bright pink areas of the tattoos on her face and of her arm. It's a flower on one side and yin yang sign on the other. Now I have a light pale pink, it's a conch shell, so that's what I'm doing for her shell. I just looked at the name now so I could put it in, but was perfect. It's a shell color for her shells. And then I go over the grays, so it's going to be a really light faded kind of gray tattoo. And this is a fluorescent pink, but it's light fast, so it just kind of adds a bit of a glow on top of whatever color you put it on. So for the pants, I didn't sand off the knee pads because I'm going to cover everything with hockey stick tape. And there's black hockey stick tape, so I just put it on and cover it up, and it's a fabric tape, so it looks like fabric pants. And I don't have gray, but I need gray, so I paint some white hockey stick tape gray, and I do some wraps around her legs there at the bottom of her pants, and then a longer one to go around the waist and one over the shoulder. And now I'm doing some touch-ups, and I've made loops for the time scepter to go into. That's an Eastman version, and so I didn't base it off that. I based it off, I think, issue 113 cover. And now I seal everything up with the matte acrylic varnish. And the last step is a 0.3 fine liner, so I'm gonna go around and add the black lines to all the details there. Well, just eyeliner and that one tattoo. I left the other tattoo because I thought it looked cool with just the pencil showing through, and some of her tattoos look more faded, so to have something different. But yeah, that's what she looks like. I think that came out pretty good. It was really hard to do because her arm is all curved and bent and dented, but yeah, Donatello head and Michelangelo body, so she'd be different, because I also used Donatello to make anyways, thanks for watching, and until next time, remember, always keep your head up. Peace.